Hi friends, I welcome you all to your own YouTube channel. Guys, one thing I have observed among many UPSC aspirants who are struggling to crack the prelims examination is one factor is common among them. And that factor is that most of them do not read daily newspaper or do not follow any current affairs initiative daily. Most of them, they go for a shortcut. They either rely on some monthly magazines or on some yearly compilation which come at the end of the year just before the exam, or they join some crash course before the exam and they think just by doing that they will be able to cover the current affairs of entire year. They do not want to work throughout the day, throughout the day they don't want to work. This is the major mistake committed by most aspirants and that leads to failure in the prelims examination. Guys, if you have observed in the last couple of years, the kind of questions which are coming from the current affairs are not very superficial questions. These questions are very layered questions. These questions are where you have to read in depth, which is not possible to do if you are reading some monthly magazines, because monthly magazines are very limited, 90 to 80 pages, and yearly compilation also have limitation of number of pages, so they do not cover the topic holistically. They don't cover the topic with backward and forward linkage with the static concept, and further sometimes they miss out on very important current affairs because they have a limitation of space. So if you really want to master the current affairs, it is my sincere advice to all the UPSC prelims aspirants that please follow current affairs daily, either by yourself, read newspapers, or follow some current affairs initiative. Here I would like to mention daily prelims notes. These notes are prelims focused notes which are made by me every day from variety of newspapers and magazines, and which is linked to your static concepts. If you read the DPN, it will not only help you to master the current affairs, it will also help you to develop concepts. It will also help you to revise concepts of the static subject, because I do the backward and forward linkage with the static concept. You can avail these notes for free every day in the website, free initiative, daily prelims notes. You can see here, daily prelims notes. But just reading here also, if you just read, it is not going to help you that much, because according to science, whatever we read today, in the next 24 hours we are going to forget more than 50% of what we read. So what is the way out? The way out is, before the 24 hours finishes, what we have to do is we have to take a test on what we have read yesterday. So what I am doing, every day I am coming out with Prelims Power Play. That is also a free initiative on the website, where I frame very high quality questions as per the pattern of the UPSC, which involves the option elimination trick of the UPSC. So every day, so you read the DPN today, you sleep, and the next day you try to solve these questions. When you solve these questions, you will be recalling the concepts which you have read one day before. That act of recall, that activity of recall will strengthen your memory. You know, Bruce Lee once said, knowing is not enough, we must apply. This is completely applicable in civil services preparation. Just knowing is not enough. We must apply those concepts in question solving. Guys, I can tell you, most of the aspirants in India, they know optional elimination tricks, but inside the exam hall, they are not able to apply these optional elimination tricks. Guys, I can tell you, when I was making YouTube videos on optional elimination tricks before the prelims examination, there were two variety of students. One variety of students were very thankful, and they really thanked me. Yes, it is really helping me. And after the prelims exam also, they thanked me, they messaged me, and they messaged in the YouTube also that, sir, with this technique I was able to solve 5 to 10 questions. But there are some people who say, these tricks don't work. If it is not working for you, do something which works for you. Okay, do something which works for you. But I can tell you from my experience of cracking the prelims examination all 6 times with one of the highest marks, if you read the DPN daily and if you solve the PPP daily, no force on earth can stop you from cracking the prelims examination. And in order to help you crack the prelims examination, I am here starting a daily initiative where I am going to solve the PPP and help you learn these techniques. So if you want to solve this PPP every day, you can solve live with me. Okay, every day I'll solve these questions and I upload the video, so you can solve with me. So you learn various techniques, tricks and the reasoning, logic, because UPSC is not about only knowledge. UPSC is all about intelligence. UPSC is all about, okay, common sense. And I'm going to empower you with that common sense. I'm going to empower you with that optional elimination techniques. And these questions are very unique because these are made using those techniques which are used by UPSC itself. And today I am going to demonstrate that I am going to solve the PPP of 22nd of August. Yesterday's DPN PPP I am going to solve. So you can also check how far you are able to retain what you read yesterday. You can also check with me. You can just take a pen and a paper and you can solve the question along with me. Let's start. So let us see this question. So let me start the quiz. You can keep the timer on. Okay. So let's start. Okay. Let's read the first question. With reference to gross state domestic product, consider the following statement. Statement 1 says Tamil Nadu has the highest GSDP among 33 states and UTs. Lakshadweep has the lowest GSDP in the list of 33 states and UTs. The third statement says that the Ministry of Finance compiles the GSDP figures. Guys, one optional elimination trick which I have shared on YouTube and various social media platforms, and it was well accepted by many of the aspirants, is that generally extreme statements in UPSC is incorrect. Generally, but you have to apply some common sense also. Many aspirants, what mistake they do? Sir, I applied here, but it is not working here. Guys, you have to apply some common sense also. Let me explain you. Okay, let me explain you with this question. So let us read the question. Tamil Nadu has the highest GSDP. Guys, we all know that the financial capital of India is Mumbai, and Mumbai is in Maharashtra, and we all know most of the headquarters of big companies in India, okay, is in Mumbai, is in Maharashtra. So there is a high probability that Maharashtra has the highest gross state domestic product. Further, the population of Tamil Nadu is not the highest, because population is also responsible for higher GDP. Both population is also responsible, and obviously industries and production is also responsible. So in both cases, Maharashtra is a bigger state compared to Tamil Nadu, and Maharashtra is a financial capital. A lot of companies are situated in Maharashtra, so very high chance that Maharashtra will have the highest gross state domestic product. But if you apply the optional elimination trick also, since this statement has a extreme word, we can delete that, we can eliminate that. Let us read the second statement. Lakshadweep has the lowest GSDP in among 33 states and UTs. We all know that the UT of Andaman and Nicobar Island generally is inhabited by tribals, and that too most of the tribals are what? Jarawa tribals or the PVTGs. These are called PVTGs, particularly vulnerable tribal people, and they are doing the traditional agriculture, traditional farming, traditional economy is there. So obviously the gross state domestic product of Andaman and Nicobar Island will be one of the lowest, because tribal communities, okay, they still are not living in market economy. Okay, so high chances that rather than Lakshadweep, it is the Andaman Nicobar Island which will have the lowest state GDP. So lowest is the extreme word, but logic also says that no, Lakshadweep no, it will be Andaman and Nicobar Island. Here it will be Maharashtra. So two statements I have eliminated. Let us read the third statement. Ministry of Finance compiles the GSDP figures. Guys, we all know generally statistics are compiled by Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Okay, so this statement is also incorrect. And further, any statement in UPSC which involves ministries, okay, which involves departments, are generally incorrect. are generally incorrect. Again I am saying there might be some exceptions, but you have to apply your brain also, you have to apply your common sense also. So with this, all the three statements are incorrect, so answer will be 1, 2, 3. Answer will be 1, 2, 3. If you have liked it and you have solved and you have got the same, okay, you can give yourself 1 marks. Okay, let us now move further. Let us see this question. Consider the following statements. Okay, consider the following countries: Australia, China, India, USA. How many of the above countries provide GSP preferences? GSP preferences. What is GSP preferences? GSP preferences was started by UNCTAD in 1971, where the developed countries, the industrialized countries, gave some preference, gave some help to developing countries, to least developing countries, in order to help them to grow their economy through market access, through some quota, tariff concessions. Okay, so that is what is called GSP preference. It is related to trade. It is related to trade concessions. Okay, so obviously the country which will give this preference to a least developed countries or a developing countries must be an industrialized country, must be a developed country. Guys, recently only on 15th of August, Honorable Prime Minister Modi has aimed to become a developed country by 2047. This clearly means that India is not a developed country. So we can delete India, we can remove India. Okay, further, even China is also a developing country. China still is not a developed country, so we can delete China also. So answer is Australia and USA. So you see how I have framed the question. Okay, as per the present UPSC pattern. Okay, only one country, only two country, only three country, all four countries. So answer will be only 2, USA and Australia. At present there are 13 countries which give the GSP preference to developing countries and least developed countries. There are 13 countries. Okay, European Union also comes in that, Canada comes. Okay, there are many countries, 13 countries are there. You can go through the daily prelims note, you can go through the DPN, and there you will get to know. Okay, let's now move next question. Okay, next question, let us see the next question. Consider the following statements about phase changing materials. Phase changing material. Guys, many aspirants, they say, sir, I have not read this particular science topic, so I was not able to answer the question in the exam hall. Although this year's most of the science question which came in the prelims examination came directly from the DPN and the Optima cards. If you have followed that and if you have realized that, please give me a hit like button and please comment in the comment box. If you had followed that and you saw the same questions appearing in the prelims examination of the UPSC, if you have followed the Optima cards and DPN, please hit the like button and please let me know. Okay, so this year also I can challenge you, most of the questions on the science and environment will come directly from the DPN. So, but in UPSC I can tell you, most of the science questions you can solve without knowing the concepts, because the questions are framed in such a manner that you can easily eliminate the options. I have framed this question in a similar manner. Let me just show you. Okay, so you see, phase changing materials, okay, PCM, okay, can be embedded into buildings only through macro encapsulation. Encapsulation is a process where something is added to the fibers, okay, to improve its quality. Okay, so you see here the word only is written. This clearly means it is an extreme statement. Generally in UPSC, only when it is mentioned, generally that statement is incorrect. So it is not just only through macro, it is through micro encapsulations also. So this is deleted, this statement can be removed. Let us see the next question. PCM can store a considerable amount of nuclear energy in building, okay, during off-peak load projects. Guys, you see, the question is on phase changing material. Generally, phase changing material, from phase change means what? From liquid to solid, from solid to again liquid. Generally, this is related to thermal energy. Thermal energy. Generally, we have read, okay, phase change with thermal energy. It is not the nuclear energy. Obviously, storing nuclear energy is going to be a big challenge. Nuclear energy is nothing, is not very easy. Okay, and to bring to basically produce nuclear energy, you have to get a lot of okay, approvals from many international organizations are also involved. So producing nuclear energy is not very easy. It's not like a day-to-day affair. Okay, so obviously this phase changing material has nothing to do with nuclear energy. It has to do with what? Thermal energy. So this statement can also be deleted. If you like this logic, if you like this my logic, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button so that I get to know that you are able to follow. Guys, if you study like this, in 1 year you will be scoring like me. You will be scoring like me. That is my agenda here. I want every UPSC aspirant who is following this channel to crack the prelims examination easily with one of the highest marks. Okay, I want every one of you to crack the forestry cutoff also, not just civils cutoff but forestry cutoff also. Okay, the last statement says that PCM can save up to 14 times more energy. So this statement is correct. So answer is only 3. The answer is only 3. Okay, we can eliminate 1 and 2. Once we eliminate 1 and 2, we'll be left with only 3 only. Okay, let us now move further. Question number 4. Digital sequence information, DSI, okay, is related to which of the international conventions? Okay, DSI, digital sequence information. See, the word sequence, okay, okay, is basically related to genetic information. And we all know that genetic information generally is related to what? Biodiversity. So the answer will be what? Convention on. The answer will be what? Convention on biodiversity. The answer will be Convention on Biodiversity. Okay. So this is a new initiative, digital sequence information, where the information regarding the gene sequencing will be available in open source platform. So there is a concern among the developing countries that this may violate the CBD. Because under CBD, okay, every nation has a sovereign right over its genetic resources. And if some country wants to use that genetic resource, it has to take permission to access, to commercialize. They have to take permission. You must be knowing something about the Nagoya Protocol. The Nagoya Protocol under the CBD. So answer will be digital sequence information related to CBD. So this will be the answer D. Okay. Fourth, consider the following. Okay. Rising inflation. You see, rising inflation, constricting economic output, increasing, okay, rising unemployment and increasing inflation. Which of the above normally characterizes a recession? Guys, we all know generally in recession what happens? The growth dips. This means output dips, constricting output. So this will be the correct answer. And when growth will dip, what will happen? People will lose jobs. So unemployment will increase. And when people will lose jobs, income will fall. When income will fall, demand will fall. And when demand will fall, inflation will fall, not rise. The third statement says rising inflation. So this will be incorrect. So this is incorrect, this is incorrect, this is incorrect. So answer is 1 and 2 only. Answer is 1 and 2 only. So guys, what you can do is that you can fill this answers. You can fill these answers here. Okay. Let me fill these answers here. Okay, for you. And here all statements are incorrect. And let us see what is our score. So you will get your score here. You see, your score is 5 out of 5. Okay, the average score is 3.4. So the idea is not just to solve these 5 questions in front of you. The idea is to empower you. Why such questions have been framed, how such question has been framed, so that you learn the art of option elimination, you learn the art of common sense. Okay, so if you want this video to be made every day, I want this video, everyone who is watching this video should like this, and give me that indication. Okay, so I want the number of views and number of likes should be equal, then only I am going to continue this video for 1 year. I'm going to continue this video 1 year. Last year, I can tell you, sir, from the PPP, from Prelims Power Play last year, more than 7 to 8 questions directly word to word came from the Prelims Power Play only. I'm not talking about the lecture test series. Okay, more than 60 questions came from the lecture test series. I'm not talking about that. Just from Prelims Power Play, more than 7 to 8 questions came from just Prelims Power Play. Directly, word to word. The T question directly came from the Afghanistan mapping question, directly came from the PPP. So guys, I'm going to solve every day these 5 questions. I'm going to teach you how to eliminate options. I'm not only I'm going to teach you optional elimination. I'll tell you why this question is important, and I'll teach you some concepts also. If it is needed, I'll teach you some concepts also. And this was the DPL on which I had framed this question. So once you solve this question, if you have got them wrong, then again you can go and you can revise. You can go and you can revise. Okay, is this clear? Is this clear? So I hope this video was useful. If you want any kind of help, please comment in the comment box. I look into all the comments and I reply to it. Okay, again I tell you, my idea of making this video, the Prelims Power Play, is to help you crack the prelims examination. Okay, so if you succeed, I also succeed. Okay, thank you. Bye bye. Take care.